So today I'm going to show how I went from this sketch at Try Stampin' on Tuesday to this beautiful butterfly card using Stampin' Up's Watercolor Wings. We're going to start out by stamping our butterfly. So I'm using Stampin' Up's Watercolor Wings. And we're going to use both butterflies. I love this set because it just gives a butterfly. You can make so many different butterflies. So we're going to stamp our largest butterfly using mustard seed. And I go ahead and use my distress ink for this, but you can use whatever ink you have. And because it's photopolymer, I'm going to put some foam underneath my piece of paper. And we're just going to stamp that down. Give it some nice pressure. Perfect. And it's supposed to be, the stamp has different areas of ink, so it's not supposed to be totally solid. We're going to take our next layer, and we're going to use some spiced marmalade. We're going to ink that up. And for these, since they're double layered, I try to do my best to line it up with this general area of the butterfly. See if I can't get my head over in there. Perfect. Next, I'm going to do the smaller butterfly. So we're going to again start with our solid image. And we're going to use a little bit of tumbled glass. And we're going to make 2 of these. I'm going to stamp one right back here, and I'm leaving some space because we're going to use the dies to cut these out, so I don't want them to be too close to each other. You just barely see that. Tumbled glass is a pretty light distress ink, if you know what I mean. We're going to stamp the other one over in this corner. And now, because I only did 2 layers for the large butterfly, because when I was originally making this card, I was trying out some different combinations, and I tried the edge, and it was just too dark. I wanted something a lot softer, and just had more of an elegant feel to it. This would actually make, I think, a great sympathy card. And so again, we're just going to try to line that up, stamp that down. The second layer, I used broken china. Not quite as good as I did on my large butterfly, but it's okay. With the light distress ink color in the background, you can't even barely tell that I missed the edge up there. So I'm going to try for something a little bit better. Much better. I got my head over it a little bit better that time. And so, and for these, I don't like to stamp the bodies until after I've die cut them. So we're going to go ahead, and I have the coordinating dies. I have mine on a little bit of magnetic strip so that they stay all nice. And we're going to line these up, put a little washi tape on them so that they stay in place. And after I run these through my Big Shot machine, I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and here's my butterflies. So now we're going to go ahead and stamp the bodies of the butterflies. Go ahead and pull that off too. So for the bodies, I wanted to keep with that light look, so I used some hickory smoke. I used a gray instead of a black. And now you can kind of tell where the body should go. I'm just going to stamp that right in there. We're going to do the same for our smaller butterflies. Okay, so we're going to move our butterflies aside real fast. Okay, so we're going to take a card base, and then I went ahead and embossed a piece of white that's just a 1/4 inch smaller on each side to go in the center to be our center layer. We're going to go ahead and attach that. Now came the tricky part of this sketch. I originally thought that I would put some ribbon in the center with a bow, like the sketch showed, and I had a piece cut to go in the center there, like that center layer, and I was going to place my butterflies on top with them kind of tucked and layered behind each other. But the more I looked at that, especially with the bow on the side, there just wasn't room for a bow. So I nixed the ribbon, and I wasn't sure I was caring for the white panel behind. I mean, it kind of does give a nice little layer where you don't see the texture, but it looks a little funny with everything falling off the edge. So I decided to nix that too. And instead of the ribbon and stuff, I decided that I was going to put a little strip, and I was going to sponge it with my tumbled glass. So we'll do that now, just to keep bringing in that blue color, and especially because orange and blue are opposite on the color wheel, so they make a really good complement to each other. So this piece is just 1/2 inch. It's actually just a little scrap piece from when I was trying to cut my back layer. The hardest part with this tumbled glass is that it's hard to tell how much you have on here because it's such a light color. But I'm trying to build it up a little bit. once we put this on our card base, you'll see that it's actually quite blue. So we're going to go ahead and attach that. I just kind of eyeballed the center. This piece is actually cut to the same width as my bottom layer. So it just does a little band right there. Now we're going to attach our butterflies, and we're going to add foam to them because it'll just make them attach a little bit better. We have lots of dimension going on in all these different areas. That piece is a little bit too long. Go ahead and cut this in half. This one piece here. There's another piece right there. This butterfly goes in the center. And then I actually did attach my other butterflies with tape runner because I wanted to tuck them underneath my large butterfly. So we're going to tuck him just right under there, trying to line their bodies up so that they're nice and centered with each other, and he just tucks right under there, and you have your finished card. So nice, so simple, so elegant. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel if you want to see more.